What's good, Panther Nation? Welcome to Two Fans in the Stands. I'm your boy Tony.
And I'm CJ.
And if you haven't already heard, we have some major breaking news. The Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears were involved in a major pre draft trade involving the number one overall pick in the draft. Carolina sends first round pick this year, second round pick, which is pick number 61, 2024 first round pick, 2025 second round pick, and DJ Moore to the Chicago Bears for number one pick overall. CJ, what's good with you, cuzzo? How you feeling about this trade today?
I hate it and love it all at the same time. Okay. And the only thing that I hate about it is that we had to give up DJ Moore.
Right,
Now,
right. I feel
the,
you.
it's a business. This was a business decision, but I really wish he wouldn't have been a part of it. But in the same time, I'm pretty sure that Chicago was probably telling the Panthers, hey, he has to be part of the trade or there is no trade. And from
Right.
what I read this morning, the Panthers were worried about the Colts and the Raiders trading up to number one. So they pulled the trigger. And, you know, I
Yes,
can
they
deal with the
did.
picks and I get over DJ Moore soon enough. But I do think this trade made a lot of sense. And I do think it puts us in a better position because now it's not a matter of, you know, what we need to do to get our quarterback. All it is now is which one are we gonna take?
Right,
So
exactly. Yeah, I
yeah.
agree with you 110% on that. Hey, I'll be the
Mm-hmm.
first one to tell you I hated the fact that we had to give up DJ Moore, but I understand the business side of it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, for this is Carolina first time ever having a offensive minded head coach. And when you
Yeah.
look at the staff that he has built around him, bringing in Josh McCown as quarterbacks coach, bringing in Jim
Mm-hmm.
Caldwell as a senior assistant, he brought
Yep.
his guy from Indianapolis. I can't remember his name, Park something,
Parks
to
Frazier, I
be
believe.
Parks Frazier as the passing game
Passing game.
coordinator. So
Mm-hmm.
the everything that they did offensively, staff wise, so far this year, let you know that, in my opinion, that they was going to be aggressive in
Mm-hmm.
getting the future franchise quarterback. I didn't think that Frank Wright was going to do the same thing he did in Indianapolis by bringing in someone like Carson Wentz. Carolina already has a history in the past 4 or 5 years of recycling QBs, and I don't think he wanted to start this tenure off, playing the
Yeah.
same music pretty much. So, like I said, I hate that DJ is gone, but I think in the long haul, and even possibly in the near future, like
Mm-hmm.
immediate future, that it may come out to be good. Like I said, free agency,
Yeah.
if free agency hasn't begun yet, and we still have the draft. So, like I said, there's not a lot of play. Like you said earlier, there's not a lot of players out there that can replace a DJ Moore, but there are some serviceable um
Mm-hmm.
wide receivers. If the Panthers wanted to, they could try to be aggressive and get an Odell Beckham Jr. or DeAndre Hopkins. Those two that I could think of right off the top of top off the bat that could match DJ's production or even better.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I think, is kind of serviceable, but we never know. We don't know what else. What other domino is going to fall between now and the draft, and you still have some cap space that you can maneuver and play with. I don't think they're finished doing what they need to do to get where they want to be as far as cap number wise. And you still got
Yeah.
Shaq Thompson cap number that's still lingering. That's still a possibility. I think that's something that if they need to use it, is there. But
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Now I was just
No, go
gonna
ahead. Go
say,
ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, no, I was just gonna say that I know all the dominoes haven't fell yet, but damn, that was a big one there. That one hit with
Yeah.
a damn thud, man. I mean,
That
just boom.
It wasn't a
That
double
was
six. I would say that was like a double four or something.
I man, hey, let me tell you, you know all them old movies where you see the cats playing dominoes and the one guy, yeah, dominoes and slam and break the table in half. That's what the
Yeah.
hell just happened yesterday. Yeah.
Dang,
Oh yeah.
Jim. Dang.
Carolina did one of these numbers and went, wow. They said dominoes.
Hey, but
But
like me and you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was gonna say it's interesting because I always felt like we were a quarterback and a tight end away on offense from being competitive enough to compete for the division, especially the way our division is right now. Even I say this even with Derek Carr going to the Saints. And I
Right.
think we were some depth on defense and maybe a few more additions away from being, pretty solid on defense. But my only issue with this is, and we talked about this earlier, but I didn't think Carolina needed to go into a full-on rebuild, but I'm kind of leaning that way now because now you gotta, whether it's in free agency or whatnot, you gotta bring in another tight end, and now we have to find our number one receiver all over again. So
Right.
if like we was talking about, I think the only two people that have the caliber to kind of replace DJ Moore as that number one receiver in free
Yeah.
agency would be Odell and DeAndre Hopkins. Whether we
Right.
get either one of them is a totally different conversation. And then who we may pick up in the draft, now they come in as a rookie. And we've seen over the past few drafts, there have been a lot of rookies that come in and take over that number one receiving spot and just go out and ball out.
Yeah,
But,
that's true.
most of them have been first round picks. And most of them were players who were like, hey, this is a no-brainer, draft them and it's gonna work. Will we find
Right.
that at number 39? You know, we'll wait to see. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't. I agree with all that you just said. I just don't feel like it's in a rebuild mode because of one player. Now, granted, I do feel like we need to find if we can't get a number one wide receiver, someone that can
Hmm.
come in and immediately replace DJ Moore, we can at least find one or two receivers that's serviceable that can come in and pick up the slack, and that may be something that Carolina can look to possibly next year. Like I don't
Yeah.
think that it all has to be replaced immediately, but if they can, I think they will. But like I said, we don't know how things are going to shape up or how the chip may fall. Free agency
Hmm.
starts next week. The draft is next month. So I mean, we still have some possibility. We still have 6 draft picks in this upcoming draft. We only gave away one
One
draft pick,
pick.
which was San Francisco in the Christian McCaffrey trade. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Now that is
honestly, we
wild.
yeah, we got the opportunity now to get our franchise quarterback of our choice and still, offer some good quality depth and some help around him or even on
Yeah.
defense. So, like I was saying earlier, like we was talking about before the past couple of weeks, we just didn't want to see them bet the farm, because we knew it was going to take a lot to move up from number 9 to number 1. I'm quite honestly, like I said, I'm still in shock about the whole DJ Moore thing, but I'm not mad about how they went about it because,
Hmm.
like we said the other day, you got to pay to play. You know what I'm saying? And they were willing to do whatever they need to do to get that franchise quarterback. Because if
But
if they moved up from number 9 to number 3 or number 4, you're moving up in the in the draft order to possibly get Anthony Richardson or Will Levis. If you moved up to all the way up to number 1, that's the Bryce Young, CJ
CJ
Stroud.
Stroud. Yeah.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
I
So
still keep seeing comments and everybody's like, not everybody, but some comments. Oh yeah, we're gonna pick Levis. Oh yeah, we're gonna pick Richardson. Man, let me tell you, I would go to Sam's Club, load up my vehicle with toilet paper, eggs, and everything else I could find. And y'all would see me on WSOC TV, enraged Panther fan, starts throwing eggs and toilet paper at Bank of
Cause
America Stadium.
I will fly in from where I'm at and come help you. All right,
Bruh,
that's that's
yeah.
that's how serious that is. But I listen,
You look, you wouldn't
I
even need to do that. I'd be done and probably in jail before you got it to the airport.
yeah,
Yeah, there's no
people,
way. There's no way they
yeah,
did all this to take Levis or Anthony Richardson. So I hope
no,
whoever out there feels that way quickly gets that out of this system.
yeah,
That's
for
not
for
happening.
real, get over it. Yeah, it's not happening. It's not
Hmm.
happening. Well, man, shoot. Anything else you want to say about this grade? Let me ask you this: what
Hmm.
would be your overall grade for this trade if you had to grade it? What would you grade it?
I give him an A plus. Take my feelings for DJ Moore out of it. I give him an A plus
Okay,
because okay, we got the number one overall pick. We
right,
have the chance to take whoever we want far as a quarterback because we know they're going quarterback. If they don't go
right,
quarterback, I'm really gonna lose it. But you
right.
know, I'm 100% sure they're going quarterback. We could take whoever we want. We
Yeah,
gave up. We swapped first round picks. We gave up the second of our, the latter of our second round picks, number 61.
right.
That was San Francisco's pick. So we gave up two picks in this draft. We still have a second. We still have a third and two fourths in this draft, and a
Yeah,
fifth. And we don't have a
and a
sixth and a
fifth.
seventh.
No.
Yeah. So we still basically have a full draft this year. We give up the number one pick next year.
Yeah,
That's just the cost of doing business, especially if you want to trade up and get the number one pick. I have no issue with that. It's not like
right.
Carolina hasn't done it before. They did it the year they picked Jonathan Stewart and Jeff Ota. They traded back in the first round with Philly, if I'm not mistaken, to pick
Yeah,
Ota
I don't
in the
remember,
first
but
round.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah,
that. I remember that
yeah.
happening.
That year they took two players, and it was Jonathan Stewart and Jeff Ota.
Yeah,
So I'm not against it. And then you give up a second round pick in 25. So the way that they set up the pick situation, I think it's pretty damn good.
yeah,
Like you said, we didn't sell the farm, but me personally, in my feelings, sometimes, and I said this earlier to you, we sold the farm and went and bought a damn cow, and now well, we sold the farm to get a cow. Okay,
yeah.
now where the cow gonna go? When I say where the cow gonna go, I mean where's our new quarterback? Who we gonna throw the ball
Right,
to? But like you said,
right.
we still have a lot of time to figure that out, and I'm sure that Federer, right, and and Tepper, I'm sure I ain't gonna say they thought long and hard about it because I'm pretty sure they had to get this done quickly before somebody else jumped in with a better offer. But
Yeah,
overall, I give it an A. I would give it an A because we're tired of recycling everybody else's quarterbacks.
right,
Um, Derek Carr to me was the only thing worth going after in free agency as far as a quarterback. He's now playing for our rivals in New Orleans. So that left
right,
Carson Wentz, Jimmy G, Joe Flacco, Mike White, Gardner Minshew, and some other ones. And
right.
nah, I would much rather go this route than to now, mind you, now we may bring one of them in, and I'm still on the Sam Darnold train. I say we just bring him back as that veteran presence, to because this number one pick
Him
is
or
coming in.
Jacoby Brissett.
They starting. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll just go ahead and say this now. They coming in, they're starting. If Sam comes
yeah.
back, he's coming back knowing he's gonna be the backup. So,
Right, right.
but we can get him for the cheap. I say bring him back, or like you said, or Jacoby Brissett. You know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I kind of like I said, I figured we were probably going to fight for the division this upcoming season, and we still may. We still
Yeah,
may, but it to me it definitely changes it now that we don't have DJ Moore on offense, but it's not the end of the world. And I still think the Panthers did a good job of doing what they need to do because we as Panther fans, we have been complaining for years. They don't do what they need to do. They won't be aggressive. They don't do this. They don't do that. Well, damn it, folks, they
right.
went out, they did it, and now we got to see what's gonna come of it. So,
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. I'm cool. My
Yeah.
feeling, I'm in my feelings about DJ Moore. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I was cussing up a storm last night when I saw this trade. And I still kind of am.
Yeah.
I'm still in my feelings about DJ Moore, just like I was in my feelings and still about Christian McCaffrey. But now that you take a look at it, that trade definitely helped us with this one. So
Yeah.
you know,
Definitely.
it
Definitely.
I would say to the extremist Panther fans out there, it'll work out. As
Yeah,
much
it'll
as
work out.
much as we don't want to give up DJ, it'll work out. And I also want to say thank you, DJ Moore, for your years in Carolina. We really appreciate you, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck in Chicago.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that.
Hmm.
Well, thank you for watching Two Fans in the Stands. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe below. Tell us what you think about this trade. Who you would like to see the Panthers select with the first overall pick. And we look
CJ.
forward, yeah, we look forward to hearing from you. And until then, Panther Nation, keep pounding.